Hello everyone, this is CD Hot, the Classic Pro, getting back to Sonic Advance 2. Here we are in Sky Canyon Zone, and this is my least favorite zone in the entire game. First of all, you are going to need to learn how to perform the aerial tricks, especially the up aerial tricks. If you haven't learned how to perform the aerial tricks in this game, then you will not get far. You will die. So make sure you learn how to perform the aerial tricks, because at this point you are going to need it. It is required in every step of the way. You will not get past Act 1 without performing the up aerial trick. Moving on, I wanted to apologize for the lack of uploads. I haven't uploaded a lot of videos lately, but I don't think anyone really knew that. If they did know, they haven't been watching my videos, and that's really the reason for the lack of uploads. I've just been losing my motivation to upload anything, because it feels like nobody's watching my videos, but I know there are people watching that watch my videos, and I thank you for those who do. But I really wish that wish I knew why I have over 100 subscribers and they don't watch my videos. I feel like I'm boring for some reason. I have no idea why. I don't know what's going on in the world today. But anyway, putting all that aside, we got through Act 1. I'll be collecting the special rings in Act 2. Now, Act 2 may or may not be harder than Act 1. Or maybe Act 2 really is harder than Act 1, because if you thought the bottomless pits were bad in Act 1, they are really bad in this act. So that's one of the hardest things about Act 1. Just before I jumped off the platform over there, before I reached the rail, there was a bottomless pit, and if I didn't jump, I would have fallen down into the pit. And there's no solid ground or anything, just a big bottomless pit. And just remember, if you die after reaching a checkpoint, then you won't be able to get to that special stage. Because one of the annoying things about this game is that they have 7 special rings scattered across the one entire stage, one entire level. And they want you to collect them, but at the same time, this game is not built for exploration. And that's one of the things that most people hate about Sonic Advance 2. Or most people don't like Sonic Advance 2. I mean, I like Sonic Advance 2, but I don't like when I have to collect the special rings or anything just to get to the special stages. That's really the reason why I hate, one of the things I don't like about this game. And honestly, Sky Canyon is where I start losing interest in the game as a whole. Now, above these springs is a big, fat, bottomless pit. And if you fall and miss those springs, you're going to be falling for a good 10 seconds. It's literally a 10-second fall underneath those springs. So you want to be very careful. Everyone is going to fall. Everyone has fallen into that pit. Or most people have fallen into that pit. Like here's a special stage 5. I just wish that it was simpler to get to the special stages. Like in Sonic Advance, it was easy to get to the special stages. All you had to do was find a spring in one particular act of a zone. Or, two, if, the zone is Ice Paradise. I mean, not Ice Paradise, Snow Mountains. Snowy Mountain from Sonic Advance. But the problem with collecting the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic Advance is that the special stages are really difficult, and the extra boss for getting the Chaos Emeralds is not very interesting. So, but the problem with Sonic Advance is, the thing about getting the Chaos Emeralds in Sonic Advance 2 is that you have to collect 7 special rings from a zone, and Sonic is not equipped to do something like that because he can't fly or glide or anything. He can't climb up walls. Or he can't fly. He's not equipped to do something like that. This game is not built for exploration. So, I wish they would, I wish the special stage requirements were a bit easier. Like, nobody's gonna want to bust their butts to do something like that. And the special stages themselves are pretty easy, but at the same time, it's kind of annoying and embarrassing if you screw a special stage up. I screw up this first special stage because I didn't really know what I was doing, but that's not a good example. But I really suck at these special stages, to be honest with you. Now here comes one of the most annoying bosses in the entire game, and we're fighting Knuckles. This is the Egg Saucer. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Forget it, I'm done with this game. Screw it. Anyway, we have to fight Knuckles to unlock him. Instead of being kidnapped by Eggman, he's taking over the machine. He's been duped by Eggman once again. So the Egg Saucer has 2 weapons. A laser blaster that can aim at you in a which has a deadly aim, and will often shoot you in a clockwise position. And then there's this giant freaking stupid hand that will smack you, and if it gets you in the right place, it's an instant kill. Like, I could have died right there. Like, I'm almost certain that I could have died right there. Like, if the hand gets you in the right place, it counts as a critical hit. Now, if you destroy the laser, the hand becomes a lot more defensive, as it will wave its hand, as the hand will wave up and down, up and down. It'll even stretch farther, and it will do a slice attack. Like, it will swing around and slice you. And no matter how many rings, you can instantly get killed. And this boss is so annoying, and it's my least favorite boss in the entire game. And that's not even the most annoying part. I mean, the fact that there's a giant mechanical hand getting in the way is not even the worst. Well, is a bad thing. But at the same time, you have to jump on top of the canopy of the cockpit to actually hit it. You can't hit the sides or anything. You have to jump directly on top of the dome. And that's just so annoying. It's taken me like 2 minutes to beat this boss. I still have to... Ugh, I can't stand it. They could have at least given me... They could have at least made the cockpit more open for hits. This is where the bosses get really annoying. If they haven't already. I would have preferred the S-Bomber over this crap. I mean, Aerial Egg. Watch part 2 if you want to know what I'm talking about. Oh, don't get pissy with me, Knuckles. I'm mad at you too. hate this boss. You know, the strangest thing just happened. Oh boy, where have we heard this crap before? You let Eggman dupe you again, you dumbass. Leave me alone. Yeah, I'm gonna leave you alone, alright. Whatever, see ya, Knuckles. I won't let Eggman get away with this. And now we can play as Knuckles, in case you didn't see this coming already. So here we are in Techno Base Zone, and I'm not a huge fan of this zone, to be honest with you. Like I said earlier, I started losing interest in this game after Sky Canyon. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of this, and I really have no idea why. But I do like the graphics, the graphical usage of this zone. And I like the music, and I like how techno look. I mean, I like the techno look of this zone as well. So this is Knuckles. We already know how he works. He can jump. Wait, did I really just say something stupid? Anyway, so he can jump, glide, climb. Why did I say jump? We already know everyone in this game can jump. But he also has his melee attack, his punch combo from the original game. But instead of a triple punch combo, it's been nerfed to a double punch combo. Well, a double punch which can only be pressed within the push of a button, which can be done in the press of a button. But I guess the attacks were, I mean, the melee attacks for the characters were nerfed, for the sake of the gameplay, basically, because Sonic Advance was purely based on the classic, was purely inspired by the classic games, and there was a lot of room for for complex melee attacks, like with Sonic, you press the button once. Press the to do a spin attack or a somersault. Oh, by the way, whenever you see these hexagonal patterns, that usually means that there's a bottomless pit underneath. I just want to get that out of the way right quick. So I never really got to talk about the melee attacks, but in Sonic Advance, Sonic could do a somersault, which was inspired by Sonic Advance 2. I mean, Sonic Adventure 2. My mistake. And when you press the button once, you do a little bit of a roll, and then when you press it twice, you would do a somersault. When you press it again, you would do a little bit of a somersault or something, and then when you press it a third time, when you press the B button a third time, then you will slide. That's how it worked in Sonic Advance with Sonic. And if you pressed the B button twice and then jumped, you would do a backflip. You can't really do that in this game with Sonic Advance. I mean, it's Sonic Advance 2 as Sonic. I don't think Tails' tail spin attack has been nerfed or anything. I just think it was made quicker or something. Because it was really just one attack. Amy's hammer was nerfed, but we'll get to that later. Knuckles' attack combo was nerfed, as I mentioned. He can only do a 2-punch combo now. He can't do an uppercut attack. His uppercut attack was implemented into his up trick, his aerial trick, his up aerial trick, as I should say. But like I said before, the melee attacks have been nerfed to fit into the gameplay, into Sonic Advance 2's fast-paced gameplay, more fast-paced gameplay. Like when you would enter boost mode, you could do you could perform melee attacks that wouldn't cancel out your momentum. Like with Sonic, he could still do a somersault, but it won't really slow him down. It would give him like with Knuckles, when he enters boost mode, then he can do this drill attack. He could do that in Adventure 2, but he can also do it in Sonic Advance 2. Tails can do a tail spin attack when he's in boost mode, and it doesn't cancel out his momentum either. Cream also has an attack that doesn't cancel out her momentum, which is like she uses Cream as a jump rope, basically. And when Amy does her, when Amy enters boost mode, she lands on her face, basically. She trips and lands over her face, and they use that as an attack for some reason. Yes, Amy, I'm just gonna say this right now. This doesn't really count as spoilers or anything. Amy is an unlockable character in this game. But nobody's gonna like how the requirements of how to unlock her. To be honest, I don't even think there is any point in unlocking her. But then again, you're gonna unlock her anyway if you're going to try collecting all the Chaos Emeralds with all 4 characters. Ugh, that's another problem with this game. And it really takes the fun out of collecting the Chaos Emeralds, and this game in general. And the special stage requirements are plain and simple. We already know how this stuff works. It's the same objective every freaking time. Collect 300 rings. Get all these multipliers. As many multipliers as possible. And you have a 120-second countdown. And you have Zero chasing you for no freaking reason. To be honest, Zero's just a distraction. You really never have to worry about him catching up to you, because he never does catch up. But we got the 6th Chaos Emerald. Now here comes probably the worst boss in the entire game. Well, this is my least favorite boss. I said that the Egg Saucer was my least favorite, but that was actually the most annoying. But this is my personal least favorite boss. The Egg Go-Round. So, this boss is complete RNG, which is random number multiplier. But in this case, you see these 4 platforms? There are 2 gold platforms, 2 silver platforms. The gold platforms will grow spikes if they turn red, if the lights turn red. And the silver platforms, I died. The silver platforms will spin around if they turn red, if the lights turn red on those. And at the same time, Eggman has this stupid projectile that just gets in the way. See, I died like 2 times. I can't stand this boss. It's completely luck-based. It's so random. Curse this boss. I can't stand it. I really can't stand it. Well, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you again in part 4.